Cool.
So Tony, what are the next steps?
I think do you, me, and Candace want to have that conversation with Micah, because some of those red flags we will want to bring up as we are discussing this little addendum project as well as the org separation. Just to so he's aware of it. Or if you want to wait and just cover that in the org separation talks, then I can just go to him as hey, here's what we're thinking. Here's some of the pitfalls we might see with the deployment support. So we think our best foot forward is a T&M bucket with these constraints to help.
Yeah. My gut says to keep the org separation conversations separate at the moment, because I think that the thing is that the org separation itself we would do alone in our own sandboxes. And I think the SOW would need to be written to say that the fiery team is not involved in that project until we turn it over to them. For safety and sanity's sake, and we can fight that fight with Micah if he decides to fight about that when you deliver that SOW. But like, that is how we do a net new org build.
Yeah.
Nobody else is allowed in it until we're ready for that.
And I've already primed him for that, so that shouldn't be an issue. I told him if we go forward with this, we're building it on an island until it's done.
Right, exactly. So I would pursue it that way, and Candace and I will likely continue to have separate conversations just about, like, what is your longer term DevOps and development team strategy, and how do we make sure you've got this documented a ways to Sunday in the ways that you need it? And I think let us continue that under the umbrella of like the org separation discovery. And I think that with this, I think you should handle it acutely for PVO and for all that.
Okay. All right. So then I'll set up a call with Micah just to make sure he understands what we're coming after, and if he will.
Hello. How's it going? Let's build some stuff. This is my most this is the project I've been most excited about all week. I've been looking forward to getting back to this one. So let's do the thing. Hi there. Hope everybody's great out in internet land. We're building Monopoly. The saga continues. Last week was a very exciting episode of watching me do basically documentation of the app, and it was an effort, but I think it was worth it. We got the GitHub repository updated a little bit. The README in particular updated quite a bit because it needed it, and went object by object through through the system, through the app, identify all the stuff that's moving around and try to give some explanation to the fields that are on each of the objects. So if you're super duper excited about reading that sort of thing, I'll drop the link to the repo out there. I want to drop the link to the repo. There it goes. Dude. Cool. So let's get back at it. We're in the org. I felt like this episode is probably still a little bit of re-remembering how things work out here. Maybe a little bit of refactoring and thinky thoughts about the flows that are moving around. And we're going to document those also. So I'm actually going to set up another section here. I don't love how this is formatted. I expected like level 4 in the fields to be different sizes, but I'm going to do a quick experiment. Very important stuff. Got a nice tidy documentation, I guess, is going to bug me if we don't have it. What did I just update? Let's see. I was in game card. Okay, that kind of works. Maybe these all just need to bump up a level. We'll deal with that later. For now, let's make a new. Let's see. We did custom objects. Let's go down here. We still have some gunk out here. Oh, actually, we do have. We have a loose inventory of flows, but I'd like to go through them a little more, step by step. So let's do that. All right. Let's see the flows that are flowing around for this thing. We got a few. There should be a start game or a new game. Create new game. Here we go. This is where it all starts. So what is this thing doing? Not too crazy. Make that visible to y'all. So we initialize, I think, we initialize a new game record in the system. And maybe we can just, I'm gonna debug this to see if we can get some data so we can look at it side by side. Hopefully this will let us run through creating a game. Welcome. Pick your players. Oh, you don't have access to this field. Okay. So we're gonna do a little bit of this too. We gotta get ourselves re-enabled to work with this thing. There should be a permission set, I think. Let's see, where'd you go? Permission sets. Forceopoly admin. And who's assigned? I should... Oh, okay. That helps if you don't assign yourself to the... stupid scratch org bug. If you don't assign yourself access to the app, you're going to have a bad time. So this is my user. I thought I did this last week, but I guess not. Okay. Now let's try it. Welcome. Create a new game. So I don't have players in here right now, so we probably want to make, we'll make some test players. I think I can play a game of 1, though, so I guess that'll be just me. I'm going to be the battleship. And there should be... Let's see. Is there a way to just skip over this? Oh, yep. Oh, you need at least 2. Okay. Let's... Do I have a script that makes players for us? Let's see. I might. Init data. No, that's just property stuff. But you know what? I think Uno has some player stuff. Here, hold tight. Let me see if I can find. See if I can find Uno. It took me 4 or 5 games to build, but I finally got smart and wrote some stuff to initialize the game. Maybe it wasn't Uno. How about YCDRPG? Did we do it over there? Here we go. Here's some. Nope. Did I not set up some users somewhere? By the time I get through all this, I probably could have just created them myself, but you know, I'm lazy. So let's see what we can find here. Let's see. What else have we got? We could look at maybe rock, paper, scissors. I bet you it's rock, paper, scissors. Hold on. Sorry, gotta protect the innocent on my screen here. Here we go. Create user. Cool. I'm gonna steal this. There we go. And grand unveiling. Actually, not really grand, just stuff. All right, we got this. Create user. Just takes a. I think I was literally just changing this each time I created a new user for the game. So this was from rock, paper, scissors from a while back. So let's see, is this still going to work? It's just a force create user. Give it an alias. We tell it what the definition is. So yeah, we're just going to update this. Let's call it Forceopoly user 1. Send it to the big bucket of emails in the ether. Standard platform user, sure. Generate a password, yes please. And now I should be able to call this script and get myself a new user. I'm working in a Scratch org, so things are a little, I don't even say they're different, but the way you make stuff is sometimes it expects it a different way. So let's see, scripts, CLI. Do I have to grant access to that? I probably do. I have to make sure my computer can actually run it. Oh, whoops, we're not actually in create user yet. Hold on. Okay. Now let's grant access to the script. Okay, and then we should be able to just call that create user. Probably could make this a little more functional, but there we go. All right, cool. We got a user 1. Now let's create a user 2. I'm just going to change all the 1s to 2s. Not 3, 2. Okay. And should be good. Groovy. Can we do SF org user list? Yes, that's what I meant. There we go. Okay, so here's my admin user. Oh, you can't see that. Oh, come on, Tom, get in the game. There we go. Admin user, platform user, platform user. So we should be able to pick these users as players of Monopoly now. Let's find out. Hey-oh, there we go. I'm just going to, yeah, we'll just do U1 and U2. So we don't actually have security built into this yet. It's just, I can kind of see everything. All right, no more players. Thank you. Okay, that's done. Let's go see what our game looks like in Salesforce. So this is a new game. Oh, we had some already. Haha. Let's look at all of them. I'm gonna guess number 2 is the latest one. Yep. Okay. Let me get. I got a dog out. Hang on. Don't worry. He'll be back in 5 minutes. Okay, so here's our game. And when we get a game, we have data. This is all the data that lets us know what's available, houses and totals. We play free parking, and we figure out what the current turn is. There isn't a turn yet. We haven't started that yet. Now, does create new game start a turn? Should it have done that? Insert first turn. So let's see. Okay, there is a turn record. It lets us know who's going first. So that'll be player 0, which is user 1. Okay. So the game is the game is ready. Except our game properties are not. Okay, I don't think we... Did we load those? I bet you we didn't. Let's take a look at our properties. Nope. All right, so that makes it hard to play. Also hard to play without the cards. So we just made a game that we just started a game that we can't play because we don't have any cards in the cards or properties in the system. So I'm going to delete all these. All right, we have data for this though. We can import. So we can get our where is that? That's in shell. I got to clean this stuff up too. So I have another script that will get our data into the system. That is init data. Okay, so now we should have properties. Cool. Yes, we do. Do we have cards? Did cards end up as metadata? I don't think they did. No. Nope, they did not. I have that data somewhere. Let's find that data. Let's find that data a second. I hope I have that data. That's our property data. This was us learning about how math works with property prices. But where are my cards? It's not going to be much fun if we don't have the cards. And I don't want to create those. Let's see. Let's go look at our cards. Oh, hey, the dog wants to come back. Yeah, I do not want to have to create those, but maybe we have to. Maybe we can just make a few. So we have enough to play with. These are our chance and community chest cards. Kind of important to the game. Let me look at one more spot. Maybe I've got this data somewhere else. Check one more spot. I'm going to check another Google account, see if I have anything here. Okay. Sad trombone. We're going to have to make some of this data. We're not going to do all of it today because that would be boring. But that's okay. We can get a feel for what this data looks like anyway. Make some cards, and then let's see. Look at our card object. So we're going to want these. We want action type. Let's see. Name is auto number. So I'm going to check one more thing. I just want to make sure this isn't in custom metadata, and I'm just not seeing it. Nope. Although that's a place that we could be putting it, but for right now, no matter what, we need the data. So amount, description. Where did my card go? Description, property, so if it relates to a property. Okay, and then spaces. So there's a finite number of types of I guess are really the actions that the cards take. Yeah, the action type. So if I were to create a new one, oh, we have a record type too. Forgot about that. We'll just kind of hard code that in. Description's just words. Property is if this relates to a property, which rethink how that, if that actually was working when we put the game down for a while. But here's the finite number of action types, right? So we'll go get a list of chance and community cards, or community chest cards, put 2 or 3 in of each, and then they'll map to one of these. And they're pretty self-explanatory. This is all the options I could interpret out of the game. The amount is if it does, cost or give money. The spaces are if it moves you forward or backwards. So let us go find Monopoly. Tell you what, Monopoly fandom is pretty good. I'm going to add this as a reference or a resource in the README. Where are you? Make fancy links out of those at some point. Okay. Let's find some cards here. Let's see. This, no, I don't want, oh wow, these are all these are all different editions of the game. Okay. I just want community chests. Can we find that? I just search. So let me search. There we go. Here we go. Okay, so what are we going to do here? We're going to take a few of these and put them in as cards. So advance to go. Can we? It's not. All right, we have to refresh this page to see the properties. So advance to go is a move to property. What do we get for it? We get $200. We don't move any spaces. That was, okay, that was a, darn it, That was a chance. That's a community chest, not chance. Let's do it again. Advance to go. Property, we'll fix that. Move to property, 200. Cool, let's make another one. I don't know why it's not recognizing the properties here. Because we want to tell it where it moves to. Oh, come on now. Did we miss the record types for the properties when we imported? Bet you we did. Yeah, that's an update we have to make too. I forgot there's types over there. Nope, they came through. Oh, we just mapped with the name. Okay, that was easier than I expected. Cool, so we do have those, but why won't you let me pick a property over here, sir? On this card. Here we go. Go. And go. All right. Okay, cool. So there's one card. Gonna give this a weird. Oh, there's a finite number of cards. So let's clone this. Let's make another one. Bank error in your favor. Collect $200. I love how they give a description of what the card looks like. This site is like so incredibly thorough with the info that it shares. Let's see. Where were we? New card. We're not going to a property. We are money to player. No, I'm sorry, money from bank, right? Money to players means I have to give my money to other players, which is like I forget how that one works, but money to bank means I'm paying for something. I can collect money from other players, but this is going to be money from bank. And then what did I get? $200. All right, great. No spaces, no property there. We'll do one more. Doctor's fees. This is money back to the bank. $50. All right, let's make a new card. Let's do some chance cards. Seems like we should be able to get to chance cards. There we go. Thank you, Rare Beauty. Grab a few of these. So we have an advanced go in the chance pile. Move to property. Collect 200. Advance to Illinois Avenue. We're not going to put this in there because that's sort of obvious. So let's talk about that. This is a chance card. Clone it. So advance to Illinois Avenue. Where are we going? What property? Illinois. There it is. And move to property. We don't get an amount per se. It does say if you pass go, collect $200. That's kind of a given. So we don't need anything special to track about that. Let's do one more. St. Charles. We don't have a great sort of sampling of these, but it's okay. Move to property. That would also be an advance to Pasco. Okay, so there's some cards. Let's look at our data points here. We can throw all these out here. Description's important. It actually tells us what the card is doing. How does that look? Cool. Put spaces out there too. All right. Good. So we will download this data and make a file that we can actually import later. So we don't have to do this again. How many are there? It's not a ton. What is there, like 20 in each? Okay, we can handle that. Okay, so now that we have cards and properties, let's try to create a game again, because we need to actually get the data, the cards and the game properties into our game. All right, how'd we do? Oh, remember this? Hey. We were having some UI fun with the games. I totally forgot about that. We'll come back to that. But yeah, we got okay, we're doing some stuff here. Oh, this was me trying to figure out CSS and other stuff I'm bad at. But anyway, we got a game. We got a game board. We got our properties. We should have game cards. Can we put that out here too, just to make sure we're... Oops. That's annoying. Is it just because we don't have it on our... Yeah, we don't have it on the game layout, so let's put it out there. Actually, let's clean up that page. Save this for a second, but I want to come back and modify it. I am going to take our giant board off of here, as cool as it is. We'll come back to that. And let's clean this up a little bit. Yes, I want to make this dynamic. Always be checking the box. And I don't know, 2 equal regions maybe. Actually, let's do a let's do a left sidebar. There's not a whole lot of data to show about the game itself, so we can put that stuff over here. Maybe. You gonna let me drag you? Come on. There we go. Good enough. And then I'm going to just do dynamic related lists. Pop these over here too, and then we can get rid of that section. Goodbye. Game cards we want. Let's show what card it actually is. Oh, that's the record type, and then card. No, just the description. Okay. The players. the sequence out there that tells us the order in which... Oh, you know, we got some other stuff here too. Put the piece, put the money. How much money does the player have? Oops. I know. Here we go. What else? Turns and game properties. Maybe we can put this out here. Let's call this one. Oh my gosh, where are you? All right. Players and turns. We'll put our players. And we'll do turns in a second. And let's call this one, let's just call this game data. So then we can put our game cards there. And we didn't do game properties yet. Okay. Let's get the property name and the property record type. There's a lot of other stuff on property. I'm not going to try to fit it all on here. Okay, and then turns. The player... How about the sequence? Actually, we don't have a sequence. Let's see, what else would we have out there? Put the outcome. Yeah, let's put the roll out there, I guess. Okay, now we can get rid of this other stuff. There we go. See how that looks. Back to our game. Okay, well, everybody gets 15 hundo to start. We can watch these numbers over time, and then we didn't create game cards. All right, what's up with that? Because we should have gotten... Let's see. Let's look at our flow. Insert players, get properties, game properties, insert game properties. I think we're missing that. I think we're missing missing the turns or the cards. Let's look at our other flows and see if maybe the logic is any different. So let's play turn. Take turn. Probably should be play turn, but... Yeah, we're missing some stuff. I have a feeling that there was a episode that I didn't pull everything down from the org. So we missed a few things, but that's okay. We'll build some of this stuff. Let's see. Shuffle game cards. That's not actually active right now. Set record type from type. This is what I did. There's a type field on property that was easier to reference. But I'll tell you what, it sure would be great to not have to, since we have to generate cards anyway, and I would say it's probably not too awful to generate properties, I think we should just turn those into metadata, and then we never have to worry about losing them again. We'll still have to populate them, which is, you know, is what it is. But there's some components or some stuff in the what do you call it? The CLI that'll let us do that. I think we just do that. I've been talking about it, and you know what? Let's just do it. Oh, that's already in use. Oh, because we already have something called property, right? Well, let's call it probably better to name it that way anyway, in case we, you know, when people install the game in their orgs, they'll obviously, you know, need to don't want to have a conflict with another property object. So I think we can do this, right? We can, let's pull and then we can grab the fields. Right, then we can push these to the oops. Push those fields back. I just yoinked them from property, so we didn't have to create them ourselves, but what's the issue? Oh, currency is not supported. All right, interesting. It's not? Wait. I don't think it's, yeah, it's going to be all or nothing. Okay, no currency. All right, then we'll just make them numbers. I keep doing that. I should be pasting, not copying. All right, we're getting good at it now. I think that's all of it. One more to save. Okay. Maybe we want to turn type into a pick list because we won't have a record type after this. Why aren't you saving? Which one are we missing? Got all the rents. We don't have rent hotel. You're conflicted now, aren't you? Oh no, that's still currency. Okay. Building cost, we don't have color. We don't have position. We don't have property cost. Oh yeah, we do. Rent houses, rent hotel, and type, which I think should become a pick list instead of just text, because we'll never need to do this again, hopefully. Let's see, what are all of our types? We're going to use that data, hopefully, from our CSV to populate this stuff that we used to... Where'd you go? Here. So I'm going to delete this. And then we'll reuse, we'll remake it as a, what just happened? Where did I go? That's really weird. Does that... No. All right, it's... Man. Got me all spun around here, Salesforce. Okay, well, it's deleted. Let's make a new pick list called type. Oops. And what do we got? We have property. We have community chest. We have tax. Railroad. Chance. Jail. Utility. Free parking. I think we're getting down to it here. Go to jail. And we'll make property the default value. Okay, now there is a way to push these in with, let's look, sales, let's see, SFCLI, custom metadata import. Create a type, create a record, insert records. Okay. Gonna need some help on this one. So CMDT, create records help. Huh? Oh, generate. How to do. CSV. There's some examples. To type, okay, type name. Okay. So we would be SF CMDT generate records. Where's our CSV relative to where we are right now? Actually, you know, if I remember, I think you have to run these up at the, maybe at the Forceapp level. Let's see. Let's try it here. In another project, this yelled at me if I was in the wrong path, but I don't remember where I need to be specifically for it. CMDT, generate records, CSV, and now we are in scripts, CSV, oops, CSV properties, and then we are creating Forceopoly property. Do I get away without the MDT? Let's find out. Your CSV has duplicate values. CMDT requires unique names in the name field. Name field? We have duplicates? No, we don't. Oh, wait. Oh. Okay. Right, because we have a name, we have a master label. Let me pull. Is this still the data that's in here? Yes, we had to do this for Uno, if I remember right. We had to change. We had to put like the position of the location or of the property or the card in that case. Is it master label? I think. And we're gonna say that equals this, and maybe something like that. Position. That has to be the name. No, I'm just realizing. Okay, copy, and we'll just paste the values there. So we'll make this the name. Make this the master label. All right, now export this. Oh, where are you, file? Okay, try it again. Was not found. Wait, master label is not found. All right, hold on. Is it just label? I think it's just label. Oh, and then plural. No. We're creating... custom metadata record fields. I was going to say, shouldn't that be... I'm going to make one just to make sure I've got the format right. Let's just do go. Oh, go is a type. Yeah, so let's do Mediterranean. We have to add that to the list. Now, these can't have spaces in them, right? So we probably need to update this to... let's see, find the spaces, replace them with nothing. Oops. Heh. Oh, substitute, not replace. Here we go. All right, copy you. Copy these. Okay. Let's still... We're also missing fields out here, so need to add those back. Oh, that has to be underscore, not... Okay, how about now? We have to edit this layout. Not super pretty. Just get it all out here. Should have the values. Oh, it did not because we did not. Oh, excuse me. All right, let's grab... Now that we at least have a kind of a prototype, we can pull that, see what it looks like. Okay, so it should just be label and name. I don't know what... We do have to update this though, so let's... I'm just going to do another export. Name, label. Delete you again. All right, what did we create? We created Mediterranean, so we don't want that in here. Oh, we also have to add Go to the options. Here we go. Okay, here we go again. Now this time it's going to work. Column label? What? All right, let's go find an example of this and see what the file looks like, because I'm... Name column. Okay. I must have missed that in the instructions. Column used to determine the name of the record. Okay. So is it just going to generate the label for me? Because that's not really what I'm into. Set label. Like, how do you do that? But did I do this over in Uno land? So, okay. So maybe we don't actually need... yeah, this is name. We're going to go back to where we were before, which is actually going to be this. Okay, then we'll call this name. And then I think we can get rid of our labels. Try one more time. I mean, I know I pretty much always get this stuff right the first time, but hey, there's a exception to everything. Right. All right. There we go. So, you know, I guess it makes sense to have the positions in the names because we have like 3 chances, 3 community chests. Those are the only ones that really require that, though. So maybe I don't love this. Maybe we just need to... So we haven't uploaded these yet, so it kind of doesn't matter. I'm going to delete these. Let's delete this one too. We'll do this fresh. Okay. Bring back our original name. Let's get rid of all of these. Let's do this. We'll sort and then we'll... let's order by... Maybe this will work, right? Oops. There. Okay. And go. There we go. Chance 1, chance 2, chance 3. Yeah, I'll take it. All right, so now we should be able to push all these into... Whoop. Oh, okay. B and O. Let's see, let's do that. And amp. Okay. Oh. We failed. You're not giving me anything here, Salesforce. Would prefer not to. All right. I don't think there's anything new to pull. Nope. Okay. Got those. Let's check. Cool. And we got a layout for it too. Okay. So that kind of means we don't need a property object anymore, but we do want to change property object to property metadata. Okay, we won't need that properties data anymore because we have the metadata. And I'm going to try to, let's see. Let's move this up into CLI. Get rid of shell. Get rid of CSV. There we go. Oh, we actually don't need to init data anymore either. Okay. So now where we create figure out our player situation. Here we're getting our properties, so I think we can just change this to... Now what we will need is I want to stamp the fields on I want to stamp all the fields from the property metadata onto the game property object. So we're going to replicate those fields here as well. Let's see. So from property some of these are just formulas, right? Yeah, so we'll have to update some of these formulas also. But let's look at the property fields. Are we going to have any collisions here? We will have a collision with rent. I think that's okay. We won't push that one. And hold on type for a second. Oh man, you deploy once and then like pushing never works again. I give up. Does pulling still work? I don't know. All right, what is type on property? It's just a text field. So I want to grab the type from our metadata. Oh. There we go. Okay. So now on our game property, we can copy all the fields from our property metadata to our our game property objects. Part of me wants to just put that in its own kind of subflow, I think, because it's a process, and there's enough to it to just make it kind of messy out here. So. Let's see, get property metadata. Now when let's see, could we just save that? Yeah, we could. We could take the game as a let's see, converts Forceopoly property. It's fun to say. Here's Force property into game property records for a game. We're just going to get all of them. And then we want a let's see. We could push. Can we send in the game, or at least the game ID? I think that's probably all we need, right? And let's see, we probably want an iterator. Okay. Now let's loop the... Actually, can we transfer transform the... Ooh. Can we do that? Transform... Okay. We have to do this ourselves. Well, we won't use the we just won't use that thing we just made. Oh yes, it's wonderful. Best feature in the world. Transform function. Here we go. All right. No, not sure. I don't actually see everything. All right, hold the phone. We're gonna... Let's... Can I save like this? I don't know if it's gonna let me. Okay, yeah. I think we're just missing... We're just missing permissions. Missing permission. I'm a poet today. What do we say? Forceopoly property and missing permission? Watch out, Eminem. Coming for you. Game properties. Doop. Yeah, that's the issue. We just don't have access to all the fields we just created. Okay, let's try that again. That looks better. Let's see. We just have to pick this again. Cool. All right. Build doot. The game, we're gonna... I think we can make that a function, actually. One other thing we might need here is to provide like a description field, because I don't think we have that right now. We rely on the... Is that what we do? Do we rely on the... Property. Yeah, the name is just an auto number. We might want to change that. I think we want the name of the actual property. All right, we'll do that in a second. Finish our mapping here. Some of these we won't need anymore, like property color, we'll just have it. Rent we're not going to map because it's a formula. But we are going to need to map it because it... Maybe we just have to say property rent instead of rent. Oops, what happened here? Oh, I missed one. Rent hotel, rent house, rent house, rent house, rent house. Type. Okay, and then I think we can just, I did this before, we can just take a value, map it, put a formula on it, and say that this value is actually just game ID. I had no idea you could do that. No idea. All right, hold on. I want to try it again. Let's see. Add another data source. Game ID. Today I learned. Look at that. I thought you had to use the function. You can just bring in another data source. I didn't even think about that. All right. There's a plus sign there. That I always thought it was just one. Cool. Hey, Eric, how's it going? Okay, that will transform, and then I think we can just insert those. So we were going to change a few things here, though. We want to change game property name from an auto number to text, because we're going to bring that over. So let me refresh this, and then I think we can map that. Let's go master label to name. And then I want to look at rent, which is a formula here, which I think is, yeah, so it's working its way back into the, I wonder if I can get rid of this. Probably not. No, it's already referenced. Let's, I'm going to call it, I'm going to be a total slug and just call it rent 2 for a second, and then we will swap that over. We'll get rid of rent. Yeah, I don't have my checkbox checked for user management. That's okay. I'll fix that now. Okay. Is that the permission set open? Yes, I do. Okay, so hopefully we can kind of unwind that other field. Get this mapped. And what is type on game property? It's a piclet. Okay, so that should match. Yeah, that looks like it matches our other one. Okay. Master label to name and rent to rent 2. Now, rent was doing something handy because it was handling the formula of what should the rent be. So we have to kind of revive some of, or recombobulate some of that. Should it be label going to name? There. I think that's it from this side. Everything else is a system field. Okay. Okay, we'll activate that. We can go back to our create new game and start saving ourselves a little sanity here. So instead of all this, we'll just read it from the insert game properties. Sure. $2022. Whew. Almost to, well, T-minus 9 days. I guess next week we can celebrate a new a second year. Let's see, converted. There we go. Something like that. Which means then we don't need to do this or this. Oh, init game property. Okay. Okay. We could convert create. Create or insert. I keep using them interchangeably, and that's probably not great to do. Okay, we could probably convert that into a subflow though too. It's pretty. A lot. There's a lot there. Actually, it can't be a subflow because we have some screen mojo to do there. Well, still, that's a little cleaner. Also, could we just... Could we use a repeater? Can we use that now? Huh. Let's find out. New player repeater. Let's see. Field API name, user. Okay, this is way better than the madness that we were running before, so this will really clean this up. If it works the way I think it does. What do I get at the end of all that? Do I have something that I loop over? Because it doesn't really know what I'm operating against, right? It just says, hey, go repeat. So there must be, I assume then I can create a loop that would let me loop over, let's see, S3, new player repeater, all items, okay. Okay. And then interesting. All right, we'll still need to do some loop new players. So I'll have to do something with that. Let's just debug this and see how it works. Okay. Groovy. Are there any other settings I can put on that? On the repeater itself? Not really, huh? Add is add, remove is remove. You get them and you like them. Okay. Select player user. Da, da, da. And then add player to collection. I feel like I could just use this. Init new player too. This is where my little random, whatchamacallit, what's the word? Random invocable, that would be the word for that. Would come in handy, so we don't have to do this whole player count business. I'm just going to enter 1 for everybody for a second. Because then we don't need all this junk. Love it. Get rid of all of it. You're not going to let me. Okay. Uh-huh. It's getting cleaner in here. Nice. That's the first time I think I've used a repeater, and it makes total sense in this case. I can't wait for repeaters to be output also. It'd be kind of cool. Then you have like a template, and you can, loop through a list and stuff. I'm sure it's coming. Okay. Cool. So we refactored that to a repeater because we didn't have that 2 years ago when we first built this thing. Load player slots. Do I actually need this? We don't need this either. Yeah. We had to make... I mean, I guess we could limit the max number of players, but I think we could test for that somewhere in here, but it's not really an issue right now. So let's get rid of that too. Insert our players, insert our game properties, get next player. So I do think I want to bring... We don't have a lot of code going on in this one right now, and that's okay. I do want to start bringing some invocables in that handle the weird for us, though. Starting with the get random number. Where did we do that? Was that RPS or RPG? I think so. Get nth. Was it here? I feel like I don't see it. Get random number. All right. I'm just gonna tweak the naming convention on these a little bit because invocable is a big word. trying to get random number. All right, give me all this. Invoke. I feel like I have some okay, we can take a min and a max. I suppose we could pass these as nulls, right? If let's see. Let's see. What are we doing here? We're correcting, setting otherwise null values. Let's see. Getting the random seed, I guess we could call that. Let's see, because math.random is between 0 and 1. If min equals 0 and max equals 1, just return. Maybe we don't need to do this. Maybe we just let all the logic play out. This would be swap min and max if min is greater than max. I don't think we actually need to do this. It's just going to happen down here. Pretty sure. Let's see. Min 0 plus the random, say 0.5, times 1 minus 0 times 1. I think that does the job, right? If I put in 1 as the min, 5 as the max, so 1 plus, let's see, 0.5 times 5 minus 1 is 4. So that's 2 plus, yeah, I don't think we need this. I hate that this is like half of the code for the, and then really we can just do math.random down here. Trying to think of a clever way to do this. I could take the difference between the two and add them both and then bring it. No, we're not going to do that. This is fine. Let's see. Generate. We're just returning the decimal, right? Yeah. Cool. So what is sequence on the game property? Actually, sequence, it doesn't matter here. It's the player sequence. So right now it's a number. I'm going to change this. to, it could still be 1, but let's let this be like 4. Actually, let's go like 14. There's no reason that it would ever be that. There's no reason for it to be that big. We could just say 1 and 4 because we're gonna get a decimal back, based on the number of players that have been chosen. Actually, it doesn't even. We don't even need to do that in this case. So our players, I mean, really, it would just be, yeah, just 1 and 4 is fine, because we don't care, right? We're just gonna rando each of these sequences, and then we'll be fine. Okay, that will make. Let's see. This is active. We don't need that now. Let's refresh this, and then we want to generate a random number. Really even care about that. There. That's a little cleaner. Could we write a random generator flow? Sure. Does that sound like fun? No. I would not want to do that. I think I did that, and it was terrible. Actually, I think we did do that for rolling the dice, and I don't want to do that again. So, we proved the point, but is it really necessary? This is like stuff where, don't write flow and code living together, mass hysteria, right? Like, don't write flows to perform utility functions that, could literally be a tiny invocable like what we've got over here. It's like, it's 10 lines of code. There's no glory in me figuring out how to do this kind of thing in a flow. I just let my flow be the business process and let your code be the utilities. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. Okay, let's see. Game. So we still have to do cards, right? If we're on the topic of card generation, or game as metadata, I think we should just do card as metadata also. So let's see what we've got here. Record type would just become type. Then we never have to lose this stuff again. That was kind of a bummer that I didn't have that data. Let's see. Where are you, card? There's not a ton. I think we can figure these out. I wish I could... well, maybe we can just... These are all the chance cards, so... Right? Chance, yep. A little hard to read. What is 15? Is that right? That can't be all that there are. No, 15. All right, this won't take long. I'm going to grab these. I'll put them over on the cards page, and then we can just figure these out, right? So... our action type options are these. Pop these at the bottom of the list. The property is kind of interesting because we need to map those somehow. But I could do it. Can I do an entity? Yeah. Totally would. I deserve confetti if we figure out random number generation in Flow. You know, why do something in one line of code when you can do it in, you know, triply looped, manually index counting flow that. What are you gonna in the, you know, yeah. Just don't do it. Okay, description is gonna be the name. I was gonna just like figure out how to write a formula to pull all content from a, or pull data from a field before the first period. But you know what? In line with my why write a don't write random in Flow. How about we just, by the time I figured that out, we would have copied and pasted all this stuff. If I remember right, we had to do some funky stuff for get out of jail free. It's the only card that you can hold on to throughout the game. Some of these are kind of long. Okay. Let's see, what do we got here? Move to property. Move to property. Move to nearest utility. Move to nearest railroad. Money from bank. Get out of jail. Move X spaces. How many spaces? -3. Move to property. This one's weird. Move to property. Money to bank. Amount -15. Oh, this is 50 plus 50. Walk on boardwalk, move to property. Chairman of the board, pay each player money to players. This one's also funky. Building loan matures. Oh, collect. Collect $50, $150. Okay, that's $150. That's money from bank. Okay. This is money to players. Now, somebody a while back had a really good idea that was, hey, what if you just made a subflow for these types? Because some of them are the same. Some of them are, you know, weird. But they could take the game or the game or the turn as kind of like the state do stuff and then hand it back, which I think could be kind of interesting to take that approach. So I think this one is money to players. We have to figure out properties. And then the type. What the heck was type on a card? Oh, we did record type, so that's just going to be chance or community chest, and these are all chance. Okay. Nope. Yep. Okay, let's grab community chest. Do the same thing. All right, another 15-ish. So move to property, advance to go. I'm just going to put a space between these for a second because I don't want to confuse them. This is community chest. Oh, advance to go also has a has an amount. Let's see. Bank error is. Well, let's just copy all these first. We can figure it out. I don't think I've ever seen the Grand Opera Night card. That's new to me. Okay. So let's figure these out. Bank error in your favor. Let's collect 200. Let's see. This is, what do we got here? Money from bank, which would be this one, 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 and this one. So a lot of money from the bank. And then money to bank. Doctor fee minus 50. Come back to that one. This is 100. This is money to bank. Let's see. See, this is get out of jail. This is go to property, or move to property. This is money from players. This is also money from players. I have to decide what we're going to put if the amount is because again, these are just weird, but we could hypothetically put the money that is going to be owed here, but we can come back to that. All right, there, not so bad. Get rid of these two, I think. Yeah, okay. There's our cards data. There. Now we do have to figure out properties, which I think, can we just create a let's do what we did. So we had, let's see, object, card, fields. Copy that. I'm going to make our custom metadata object first. Okay. Pull the latest. There it is. Now, do we have any that are, so amount, this can't be currency, this has to be number. Property I'm going to delete for now because stuff. We have to figure out the lookup. Then I guess the question there becomes like, all right, if a game card points at a property, we actually probably want to point at the game property, right? I think so. Okay, well, let's do that. Let's save these. Come on. I don't know why it gets hung up like this sometimes. Let's see. We get some of our fields. Those all of them? Yeah, like what are you doing now? Stop it. You're done. You're good. Cut it out. New metadata relationship. Okay, so relate to property. just call this property, I think. Okay. I'm interested in what that looks like when it comes. So we may have to, again, create one that, so we can kind of see how it looks when the metadata is created, so that we can possibly set them in our import. There's not that many, so like it's not a huge deal, but I'm going to create, well, let's just do advanced to go. Go, 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 go. Move to property. Okay. And let's pull that down. Let's see what that looks like with the relationship in it. Am I missing it? Oh, property. Let's just go. I guess it knows, right? That seems like... Did we pull the... Wow, I feel really tall right now. Hold on. Did we pull the field? I want to see what the field definition is. Is it just a string? No, it's a reference to... Oh, wait. That's my card object. Let's look at our card. Metadata relationship, reference to... It seems like it's just by name. So that's... Okay, that's not too bad. We just have to map those into our options here. So this would be go. We have to figure out how to name these, I guess, too. Go. Let's see, Illinois. St. Charles. Jail. I think we have one down here too, right? Well, yeah, we'll have to name those uniquely as well. Some of these might just fit. Oops. Oh, come on. Okay, boardwalk. I don't think there's any more chances, more moving around the board, and community chess is more about, seems like more about giving you money. I think that's all of them. Honestly, there's so few, it's like not really worth messing with it, I don't think. We just need a We need a name field on these, I guess. I think a lot of these can... We got 2 of these, right? This will be advanced to go 2. Maybe we just call this property repairs. Yeah, this isn't money to players. Maybe this is its own thing, right? Repair. And try to clean these up a little bit. Let's see. Oops. Ah, what did I do? There. Are there any other dividends? We have 2 of these too, right? Just call this jail 1 and jail 2. Let's see. Let's see. I think those are unique enough. I'm going to add repair as a option. Okay. Do these alpha. Oops. Okay. So that should... Can we call this action? Yep. Okay. So we'll call this action, because I got a type for the formerly record types. Okay. Clean up these a little bit. Let's see, do they all end in periods? Because, you know, just want to get the grammar right here. Did we? No. Advance to go. Okay. I think that works. Let's find out. Cards. Wrong one. Before I start getting super confused. Let's see. Did I get rid of my CSV folder? I think I did. All right, this is going to be, let's see. Forceopoly card. Ah, okay. Cards, and go. Oh. There we go. Let's try that again. Clear this out a little bit. Okay, we got custom metadata. I want to go look at, well, we got to push these in, right? Why are you looking for action type? No. Oh, because I'm dumb. Because it was, wait, was it? No, that's not the name of it. What are you trying to do? What are you trying to pull on me here? That's action. Oh, wait. This one was, yeah. We'll do that. Sorry. Okay, now we'll push all these. Cool. Now, how did our, let's see, Illinois, are you related? Yes, you are. Nice. Makes sense. I mean, the metadata has to have a unique name, so what better to use for that? Okay. What that will make a little interesting is when we generate the cards, having the if it references a property, we have to get the game property. I might put a put another field on the game property that's like the card metadata name. Yeah, and then we can drop that in there. That probably makes sense. Yep, that would be here. Then we can, let's go back to our flow that generates these. Map that. There we go. Now, did we create a game that had some game properties? Yes. Okay, so this will be kind of interesting because, well, maybe not too bad. We need, when we're going to create game cards next, I guess that's spoiler alert. When we create game cards, we have to sequence them also because they should be shuffled. We're gonna transform those like we did with the game properties. In fact, I think I'm just gonna clone that. Insert game cards. See, this will be get card metadata now. Get all those records. Yeah, we know. Transform card metadata to game card records. Let's just trash that. This will be a new... There we go. Okay. Game ID goes to the game. Wait, what? Huh? Wait, what? All right, we'll come back to that one, I guess. Oh, wait, we need these fields stamped on there also. I put that field on the wrong... Well, maybe not. Maybe it's good on both. To have it on both of them. Yeah, that might make more sense to have the... I just put it on the game property. But now, if I put it on game card, then we can kind of look up between both of them. Yeah. We will still have to loop our results here to set the values correctly, but I think that's okay. Or maybe we just make that we could just make that a trigger on the, or a record triggered flow on the game card to locate its game property if it has one. I think we'll do that instead. That would make it easier. But yeah, we need a bunch of fields on game card before we do anything here. Let's see, game card fields. Let's skip property. Oops. Deploy those. Okay, hold on. Okay, got all those. And then let's add that one other field to the... Which means we might not need it here, now that I'm thinking about it. Because if we're going to just make a record triggered flow on game card for it to go find this... no, I lied. We do... We actually, yeah, we do want it here. We're going to get rid of, or I should say we need to add 2 fields to game card. Right, we have the, we want the text, which is the card metadata card property metadata name, I think. Okay, now if we go back here to insert game cards, refresh this, then we should have all the fields we need. Let's see, get cards. Oh, but we didn't grant ourselves access to them. Object. Okay. Again. There we go. Wait, no action? Hold on. Oh, jeez. Don't, no. I think we have the rest. Trade-offs. Make fields fast, and then you have to go update your permissions, or make fields slow, and you can set your permissions as you go. All right, we should have that now. There we go. Okay. Action to action, amount to amount. Description. It's going to go there. Okay. Oh, we still have to add the game. That's... I don't know why it's giving me trouble about that. Okay, we're cool now. We don't need card. I think we activate this. We'll put this in our create new game flow. Heh. Where are you? Okay. Yes, reload. What's going on, friends? Insert game cards. Why do you keep asking me to save? What am I doing? We won't need that anymore. Oh, because it's a subflow, not an action. Okay. All right. All right, we're going to make a couple of record triggered flows now. This will be on the game card. Oh, shoot. Did we create a relationship? Here, we need a game property relationship. Figure it'll just be easier than trying to work this into the, because it can kind of process them, you know, one at a time. Something like that. So we're going to look for a record, which is get game property by metadata record name. We could probably filter this down a little further. We only want to do this when card property metadata name is populated. Yeah. That can also save us from some decision making down here. Update triggering record. I forgot we don't have it here yet. All right, refresh. Oh, here we go. And we're just getting one, right? Yep. Okay. We could also set the sequence of these records. Do we have sequence on the game? What's it called? Game card sequence. Yeah, we need to adjust this also to a different format. And we could technically do that on the game properties also. I like to be super atomic with my whatchamacallit, my flow, my record record triggered flows, because we can do this, which I really like when this is very, when these are very specific. It's nice to just know what they're doing. It does the one thing, and that's it. So let's make a new one. Let's see. Game card set sequence. To shuffle the cards. Oh, wait, we can't call actions? Oh, no. What do we do? Oh, wait, do we do it? Just do it after? Yeah. Okay. A little less performant. I imagine this is gonna update, maybe hit the record twice. I forget how this works. Anyway, let's. Okay. That thing is done. Okay, so now let's go back over here and see our... Cool. Only when it's created, right? Nothing happening when we update. Good deal. Should we give it a try? I feel like we should give it a try. Come on. Load them. You know you can. All right, just remove you. All right, next. How do we do? Uh-oh. We didn't get game properties or data. Why's that? We got our players and the sequence is working, so that's cool. Is it even hitting those? I guess that's... Yeah. That's interesting. It's setting the game. We still have the old property object, but that shouldn't matter. Huh. Well, let's look at some data here. Let's see. What do we create today? Let's order by... Maybe I don't have access to fields? That doesn't make sense. Order by ID descending. Let's get the game. Let's do that. We haven't created any? Really? So we've created no game cards or properties, because this would beg to differ. So would the debug, for that matter. I mean, that's the game card transform. This is the game property transform. Variable values none? Why would that? What? Let's go look at this. Oh, is that? I feel like I ran into this before. I have to. What did I have to do? I think I had to assign. Right, we needed a new game. Oh, wait. This is not the collection. But no, we can do this here. Transform property. Yes. Yep. So we don't need this. If you don't save something, it won't save. Remember, kids. All right, that should fix the game properties. Now let's take a look at the game cards. Yeah, we're still trying to insert game properties. I got so excited. That should probably do it. I guess what the dog wants to come back in. Shocking, I know. Okay. That should work now. Let's try it again. Uh-oh. Ah, property is required on what, game property? Is that what that is? Well, what would it take for us to... Wait, where was that? Game property, yeah. So what would it take for us to get rid of that, I wonder? Let's see where it's referenced. It's referenced in some of its own formulas. Evaluate game property monopoly. Yep. Yeah, so we'll have to... Are we mapping these? I just realized we might be mapping these. We might have some more fields that we need to... Oh wait, game properties, not game cards. Yeah, it's trying to map to a formula, and that won't work. Okay. Okay, so some unraveling to do here, but I don't know. I mean, I feel like we did some cleanup on our main game flow, and our create game flow. Broke some stuff out into subflows and stuff. Let's see, how much stuff did we create today? New class, bunch of metadata. Did a flexi page for the game record. Got our flows are the same. A couple new layouts. Days are numbered on card and property objects, but we have some unraveling to do to get there. I don't know why that's in there, but maybe we'll get rid of it someday. Cool. This is 2024 0920 episode. Flow and metadata refactor. Groovy. Nice stuff. Didn't get much into the README this time, but that's okay. We did work. Threw this in there because it's a very useful reference. Cool. So, Forceopoly. We got metadata instead of objects, which makes sense because properties and cards really don't change unless you make custom ones, which I'm not going to get into that today. And yeah, clean up our flows. So more smaller flows. Boy, I sure do wish though that we could make some folders or something for these flows so that we could organize them a little bit better. So it goes. I think there's some naming cleanup we'll have to do at some point here, but I don't know. That's cool. That's a good day's work. We're just a couple minutes ahead, so I'm gonna wrap, get my weekend going, and we'll get back to this next week.